Anchor Point, Alaska. It's kind of got us. I realized that some of my prescription medications, in case I get sick again, I needed to get them re-upped because my insurance from the city at the end of this month, and I need to again of the benefits that I paid for because I'm gonna have to go without health, dental and medical insurance for at least a couple more months, I think, for the new job. So it's just what it is what it is. So I got my colchicine, my 800 milligram ibuprofen, and my prednisone prescriptions re-upped, just so I can have them on the shelf in the event that something happens where I need them. Ever since I started trying to stick to the orthodox diet, kind of those afflictions have left me for the most part. It's been a long time since I've had one again, but it doesn't mean that it just can't rear its ugly head and appear. But if I have the medication, it goes away within a couple days, so that's good. Driving into Homer, it's kind of this town has changed so much. When I first came here, I was so excited, and I'm trying to get some of that excitement back. But that spit and that horrible harbor office and its horrible management really drug me down for a lot of years, and I think it destroyed a lot of relationships that I tried to have, because the anguish that it caused me with the corrupt people, always putting me in dangerous situations, doing illegal things, trying to force me to do illegal and dangerous things, through the threat of being fired, of course. So now I'm just letting people slowly learn about the evil that's been going on down there. And I'm trying to fix it so that nobody else ever has to work around such horrible people as the people that they put in charge of management down there. And it's not me judging them, it's their actions. I'm a wretched and unworthy sinner. I'll always say that, and I'll be that till the end of my life. I've done so much wrong in my life. I've hurt so many people that I cared about with my poor decisions. And I'm trying to change that and live a good and better life and to help others. But it still never will change the fact that I've been a wretched and unworthy sinner, and I still fall and I make mistakes. The only thing that's changed now is that I'm quicker at realizing the mistakes I made and asking God for His mercy, His forgiveness, and His strength, and helping me overcome all the things that I struggle with. I just kind of took the long way around here so I could talk for a minute. Here's our post office, just past the Public Works. We had a bunch of protesters here again yesterday, protesting No Kings. We all know that comes from George Soros, the Democrat Party, and Alex Soros, and all the worst people in society pushing that agenda. It's obvious that there's no kings in America, because that's why America was founded, obviously. I know any of us sane people know that. But for some reason, there seems to be a mass indoctrination, a mass hypnosis, if you will, of far too many Americans that should know better. I still have people arguing with me, telling me the Constitution is for everybody around the world. No, it's the Constitution of the United States of America. It's not for everybody around the world. We do, however, believe that the Bill of Rights, those rights enshrined in the Bill of Rights, are something that all men should be endowed with, no matter where they live in the world. And then I have people arguing with me, telling me, oh, people are just coming here because they want this and they want that and they want the other. Well, they still have to follow the law. And even Jesus Christ paid the temple tax. So there's that. I don't know why so many people have fallen into this mass indoctrination that illegal aliens should be able to come here and do whatever they want. And I think it's important to remember that the Central Intelligence Agency had figures in the early 90s that said there was something like 27,000 American children that were kidnapped and taken into South America for the sex trade. A lot of those children are indigenous that were kidnapped from reservations. And it seems like a lot of these facts have all of a sudden conveniently been overlooked, not talked about, not brought up by anybody. And I think we're going to see more of this mass hysteria of brainwashed people trying to tear apart American society. The more that the globalists feel threatened that we might actually have presidents who are our representatives, who represent the American people, first and foremost. Deuteronomy 28:43, I don't have it in front of me, but look over that and see what that says about foreigners coming into your country and taking it over and becoming your rulers. They're trying to water down our identity. It's making it easier for people with corrupt political agendas to take power. And that's the sole purpose of dumping all these illegal aliens in our country. If we want to talk about empathy and love, what could be more loving and empathetic than sending soldiers into a foreign nation to liberate it from a dictator? What would be more loving and empathetic than to allow people to feel safe in their homeland and to give them that safety back and give them control back over their nation that was stolen from them by evil men? What would be more empathetic than allowing these families to keep their homes, to stay in their homes, to not be threatened by drug cartel members, gang members, political regimes? We're seeing a president that finally started to do that, and no one's praying for him, or very few of us are praying for him, that he has the strength to overcome all those evil people and to free those oppressed people in all these foreign countries from all the tyranny that they're living under. Christians in Nigeria, Christians in Turkey, Orthodox Christians in Turkey, in fact, Christians in Syria, Christians in Chechnya, Christians in Iran, people just trying to live their lives in Guatemala, Ecuador, Mexico, Belize, Costa Rica, Venezuela. Bringing people from these foreign nations like the Somalians were brought here wasn't out of love or wasn't out of respect for them. We could have fixed their country. Look how quick one team of Delta Force and a Chinook was able to take and capture a dictator and flee him out of the country. Look how fast. It could happen so fast. And we could have stopped the famine in Yemen. We could have stopped their capital from being manipulated by the IMF, who devalued their currency on purpose to steal their land and their country. We need to fight against corruption and allow people to live in their homelands in safety. And it should be voluntary always in the United States, because we're free people. And nobody can subjugate us, not the Democrat Party, not the liberal agenda. Nobody can subjugate us to be slaves to pay for foreign countries, foreign nations, foreign nationals. No one can subjugate us and force us to allow our country to be stolen from us. Our country, in fact, doesn't belong to us. It belongs to the future generations of America that are growing up in this dumpster fire of a heroin-addicted, perverse, pornography-addicted, devil-worshiping liberal country. And that's what America is becoming. And we can't allow it. We can't allow that to happen. We wonder why the suicide rate of young Americans has gone up to over 60,000 per year. Look at what we're leaving them. Look at the streets that they have to walk down to school, where they don't even know if they're going to make it. I've been to a lot of countries outside the United States. I've been to Austria, Slovakia, Czech Republic, Germany, Denmark. And nowhere that I've been, even at night in the subways and the metros, did I feel unsafe. But here, if you want to walk into a horror movie, walk into a Greyhound bus station in the inner city at night, walk into the subways of New York, walk around the streets of Anchorage, walk around the streets of Grand Rapids, Michigan, walk around the streets in Minnesota, and see what you find. We've allowed our country to become a dumpster fire, and it's because our nation has become a godless nation through the indoctrination happening in the schools. If any of you ever saw the movie called Steal This Movie about Abbie Hoffman, you'll realize what he said in there was true, that they were going to use the school systems to destroy the country. And that's exactly what they did. Don't be lukewarm anymore, everybody. Be strong and speak out, and don't be afraid. We have to stand up. We have to stand up and show people that there's a better way, and bring God back into our country again. We're being punished for our sins as a country as a whole. The abortion, the drugs, the pornography, the bread and circus, all the actors and comedians that so many people follow and worship and watch still, even knowingly that they were caught on Epstein's Island. It's really shameful. So that's my morning rant, brothers and sisters. I have to go do some caretaking today, and on my way to go do this for one client, I got called by another, so we'll see if I'm going to go out there or not. But sometime tonight, God willing, I'll be back and I'll do some more reading for us. I love you all. God bless.